somewhere.
We live, yo. We live. So do you. What up, family? Welcome to my Leo season reading. Coming to you live from a double Leo.
I know that's right.
So I shared what the deck looked like. So I'm gonna take you through all of the cards. So the layout was 7, 2, 3, right? 723 was the start of Leo season. And so let's jump in, yo. Your first card is Ursule La Flambeau. I'm going to move through these fairly quickly and then we'll kind of chat about it. So hopefully you could see who this is, right? And so one of the things that I like to share is the symbolism behind the cards, right? So in the voodoo cards, there's the Petro family of Loas and then Rada. So the Petro are the fiery ones, right? A lot more aggressive Loas. And then the Rada are the more um, I talked about them being softer, right? More earthy, more water. Does not mean that not airy, air and water. That does not mean that they're not powerful. So here's what Ursula Lefumbo wants you to know that her rage rips through the fabric of existence. So one of the things that you should be thinking about is what are you resisting right in this moment? And this Loa is asking you to not fight it, to not give into this thing. Um, what are you destroying? What are you trying to build? You know, and she's calling us to be forceful and decisive and take action. Really, this card is about, if you notice, she's dancing on like corn and she's carrying two knives. She is all about taking shit by force. So she's calling you to be grounded. And so let's see how that resonates, right? Then you get Azaka La Flambeau, and she represents hard work. Here we're being called to pay attention to, can you see these cards? Because they're beautiful, right? It represents hard work. Too much has been taken from the earth, right? And so this card is calling us to give back. It also speaks about desperation. What would you do if you were starving? What does that look like? Like, do you even know what it feels like to be hungry? What are the ways that you're starving right now, that you're not getting what you need, that you're not getting fed? But it's also a card, Azaka, this Loa is asking us to hold on to hope, right? To trust that we're being held. So, like in this image, right, we see Azaka's like blowing smoke, and in the image, you can't really see the image, but in this image, there, in the smoke, it's two people being embraced, so they're holding each other. So, what's sort of holding us down? This next card is a Santeria card that came up, and it's Oriate, the Oba, the Master of Ceremonies. This card has come up before in readings. I've shared a little bit about what this image is, right? It has sort of this resemblance to what's the what's the story about the blade in the stone? Excal
Um,
can't think of it.
King Arthur?
No, Excalibur.
Excalibur. King Arthur.
Excalibur. Right. And so this sword is in Elegua. And so this Oriate is firmly planted and grounded in this religion and knows every single story. This card is about being competent, being trustworthy, being reliable, mastery. And a lot of the cards for this Leo season are about mastery. And when I'm sharing these cards, it's not just Leo season. It's all of us living in Leo season, right? We could all find something that resonates with us, or we should try to, right? And so I love getting this Oriate card because it really is calling us to master the thing. Like, what is the thing that we're trying to achieve, trying to be? It's about mastery. Like for me, I'm a writer, so that's about mastery. I'm a Santera, mastering, um, the stories in the religion, and so how are we practicing learning, studying, and becoming a master? Hold on to that. Then we get Guede la Flambeau. This speaks to power, strength, magnetism, calling us to be careful of arrogance. This card is also very sexual and sensual. It talks about seduction. So this loa is about energy and also taking things by force. And so we're being called to connect to an energy that sustains us and can propel us forward in this season. Also, my thoughts are go get you some. Go get you some. That's for all of us. Okay. Now here it gets tricky. We got a little series of reversals. And so don't be weary. Sometimes I've gotten a little nervous when I've gotten some reversals because I always fear doom, that these are going to be some really scary or bad messages. And so what we should understand is that when we get a reversal, those cards are the ones that truly will tell us where we need to work and focus on. And so, one of the things that I've learned about this voodoo deck is how important the snake is to the voodoo tradition. And so, you'll find in a lot of these cards that I'll share, you will see serpents. It's because serpents are very important um, in the voodoo tradition. And so, this is Simbi that came as a reversal, right? How are you using your strengths? Are you using your powers for evil, for ill intent? Um, where are you focusing your energy? It's also calling us to kind of slow down, to really be clear. Do we know what the fuck we're doing? Do we know where we're headed? Right? So it's Simbi, this Loa is asking us to really pay attention to how powerful we are and how we're using that power, right? Also, this card is about practicing certain rituals. For those of you who are like santeras or witches or brujas or practitioners, you know what you need to do when we talk about magic, right? Spell work and all of this stuff. But for the rest of you who don't really have a practice like that, hit me up. We can talk about what you can do, because this card is asking you, in this Leo season, to find some magic to help you connect to traditions that may be foreign to you. So, yes. Here's your next reversal. Simbi de Lao. So right here, this Loa is saying you are not always right. There's a breakdown in communication. Something has you stuck. You can't get the words out, right? If you see the snakes are in this serpent's mouth, we can't get it out. We can't find the right words. And so this is about our ideas. What are we trying to create, achieve, attain? We have many ideas, but we don't know how the fuck to start. And so Simba is reversed because this is our block. During this Leo season, we have to pay attention to all of the ideas we have and how we're executing. Are we just having these ideas willy-nilly? with no direction, or are we focusing and staying with it and getting to completion, or are we just trying to create every single idea that comes up? What do they say about people and mastery? Jack of all trades,
Master.
right? So get your life, family. The next card that we get in Leo season is Oya, Maferefun Oya. Oya is the guardian of the cemetery. I love Oya. My daughter loves Oya. She sits at the gate. She welcomes the dead. She's the tornado. She's the hurricane. She's the thunder. She's quick change, right? So this card is about change that is coming. This is a positive message because in Leo season is saying, okay, you've done the work. You are ready. Go for it and trust. Ride it. Ride this tornado and allow yourself to fucking explode and grow. This is about success, like huge success. So if you have a business that you're thinking about starting, know that it's going to be successful. This is the season. Get it, get it, get it. The winds are in our favor. That's what that is. The next card that we get is Agua la Flambeau. And can you see this card? It's like a boat sitting on a volcano. These Petro cards can, for me, speak to our emotion and our rage if we're not careful, right? When I think about energy and I think about how I navigate my own sort of life, how I move in the world, trying to be peaceful and not be so quick to rage because I am, this card is volcanic eruptions. Something is bubbling, something's about to burst. You're about to give birth to something incredible, right? In this card, Agwe is a loa. He's riding his boat in a sea of lava. How will we stay the course? This card talks about unexpected shifts and sudden change. We've been getting that a lot, right? That change is coming. And so are you ready? Are you ready for that change? The next card that we get is Yamaya, Maferefun Yamaya. She's Mother Earth. She's mother of all children, goddess of the ocean, La Virgen de Regla. She's a forgiving mother. In this card, we see Yamaya, if you can see her. She's pregnant in this image. Have you seen this card? Look how pretty. It's beautiful. This card represents fertility and bounty. We are about to give birth to something. This isn't necessarily about giving birth to children. This is about ideas, projects, plans. So you're about to give birth to something. You're about to bear fruit and collect our bounty, which I love. That's exciting. If you've done the work, then you know you're collecting your bounty. If you're just sitting around thinking this shit's just gonna be sweet and come to you, just drop from the sky, good luck with that. Real talk. From one Leo to another, good luck with that. This card is fantastic. Master of the Head. This is like one of our closing cards. Master of the Head is about mastering your fucking mind. This card, out of all of them, was the most profound to me. This is the one that really struck me and I really sat with. I was like, whoa, what are you saying here? To receive this card is truly about mastery. And mastery came up in another card, in several cards. And so this is about mastering yourself. This Loa represents our highest qualities, our mind. So this card, the message here is connecting to our intuition and becoming one with the universe. We think that we're in control, but the truth is we control nothing. And so this card speaks about truly being of service, but always being of service to yourself. This is about realizing your purpose. And it also, one of the messages was about initiation, which I thought was beautiful. Like initiation into something, whatever that means to you, right? And to trust that we're being guided, that there are higher forces that got you, you know? This is another card that I loved. World Egg. It's a dope card. So you see this egg sitting in the mouth of a serpent, right? This card in the deck is the in other tarot, what you would know as the Fool. This is the Fool. This is the Fool card. And it's about beginnings, innocence, spontaneity, free spirit, and connect to Aida Wedo. And Aida Wedo gives birth. And so this represents focused possibility. So, what else does she want you to know in this world egg? That the egg represents being at a crossroads. And so this is manifestation, focused possibility, creation, birth. The world egg is protected by this snake, right? And so we can trust that we are being protected and that it's about to be on and popping. To get ready, it's coming. Something big is coming. That's exciting. And our last card for Leo season is Simbi La Flambeau. We've gotten a lot of La Flambeau cards in this deck. In this card, we are being called to pick up the pace. This is about quickness, being fast. The mind, this is also the mind. This is about your brilliance. This is about clarity. This is about not allowing ourselves to be blinded by illusions. The fire that's burning around this serpent and this woman straddling the serpent, you know, is really, it's like riding these flames and pushing past whatever obstacles, right? It's also telling us to get a handle on our emotions, release ideas of perfection, and liberation of your mind. Observe your thoughts this season. Pay attention. Pay attention to the messages that are coming for you. And that things are going to happen very, very fast. So we're being called to sort of release what doesn't serve us and hold on tight to the things that fuel us. As you heard it, Court, what resonates? What jumps out? Which message?
Honestly, just from the look of it, I don't even remember what the main gist of your messages, but the card that I like the best is the World and the Egg card.
Me too.
Why do I like that card the best?
The mind. Getting clear. I think the messages for this season are there were common threads throughout all of it, which was there's a fire. There are things that we are passionate about, that we are afraid to connect to. And
the fire definitely adds a bit of urgency around it too.
That's what it
Maybe
is.
People need to put a little fire under their ass.
That's what it is. Putting that fire under your ass, yo.
And doing something.
And doing it now.
For you.
For you. For you. For you. For you. You know, and I really love the idea. In a lot of the cards, you know, Oya came up and Oriate came up and Yamaya came up. And for me, it's calling people to, we have to find another way to connect to spirit, because it's not enough to just know.
But you have to be in touch. Your mind is your power.
Your mind is your
Your
power.
mind is the most valuable thing that you add to your practice.
Yes.
You know?
Which is why in a lot of these cards, it's saying this. You have to Get a hold of your emotions, not be quick to rage, really get clear, pay attention to your instincts,
Pay attention in general, but especially to yourself.
pay attention to yourself. And so, anything else you want to say and add that you're sitting with? I think it's a beautiful reading. I think that, as you move this season, be thinking about your relationships, be thinking about what's working, what's not working, be thinking about the shit that you got to let go, be thinking about getting some sex, be thinking about these projects that you are trying to give birth to. This is the season. Like all of the cards are in your favor, and you know what areas you are blocking because you are blocking. It's not somebody's blocking us. You are the one in the way. You are the common denominator. And so what are you going to do to shift that, to break that, to light that fire under your ass? So with that, yo, Leos, let's get it. It's time to shine. It's time to shine. This is our season. This is our season. So um you know the drill. If you want a full reading, email me, lasantera.nyc@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, share, repost, do all of that. And yeah, leave your comments. I'd love to know, what you thought of this reading, how it resonates with you, what's useful, how it will serve you. Um, yeah, and that's it, family. I'm wishing for you this Leo season um, execution, completion, and ascension. Ascension. I wish that for me. I wish that for you. Peace. And Courtney's out.
Peace.